Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gauntlet, the live Dungeons & Dragons show where you as an audience get to help these intrepid challengers in their never-ending quest to defeat every single monster in the official Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual. I'm your GM, Scott, and joining me today, we've got a special guest. You know him from, well, you've seen him in our Dialect game, and you may have chatted with him in the audience, but Ben, as, let me make sure I get this right, Eleos Thanatos?
You've got it right.
Perfect. We have Emmy as Fess, the Shield of Kelemvor.
My background is different, but my desire for vengeance remains the same.
We have Carrie as Lilith, the Cold Song.
I'm happy to be here and to kill everything.
And we have James as Vomm Stigabashi.
I'm a man of God, and he wants me to kill you.
Oh no.
Oh, did you like my show host like to then the real oh geez. Before we get started, everyone, a couple of quick announcements. First and foremost, we are officially in the new tavern as of today. This is our first show from the new tavern. We've got, it might be a little echoey in here. We still don't have soundproofing up yet, but we have, we got a discount wizard who helped put the minor image of our backdrop up, so hopefully that's going to go well. He was kind of cheap, so something might go wrong there. But yeah, we're super excited to have this first show, and all of our tech is working, and it's so cool, you guys. Again, big old thank you to all of our subscribers, all of our patrons. It's because of you that we were able to make this move, and just being in here for the first couple of days where there's so much is going to be happening, and we cannot wait to get started. Let's see. Also, we have our charity shout out for this month, which, Emmy, do you want to go ahead and take that away?
Oh, sure. I realize that my notes for that are not pulled up because I'm so excited to be in the new tavern, but here they are. Okay, great. So our charity shout out this week is going to Open Meal. Open Meal is doing amazing work connecting families in need with family-owned restaurants, both of which have a lot of problems right now with the current pandemic. So they're an amazing charity. We have a widget for them down below. Please go show them some love.
Yes, please do. They are doing some incredible work. And lastly, before we get started, for anyone new here, a brief introduction to how this works. So these players are going through and defeating every single monster in the Monster Manual until they are defeated. You can help them out by giving them your inspiration points, to give them adrenaline surges, to give them inspiration as well, to spin the Wheel of Chaos, which I don't know how many we're going to get in the first few minutes, but it's going to happen, you guys. I'm counting on it. But also, if you would like to throw some bits at the channel in addition to helping us out, it goes towards the players getting to buy new gear. And right now we have, it is a, see, I told you, Rizkin Raven has redeemed Agent of Chaos on Eleos. It's coming your way, buddy. How does it feel to be on the receiving end?
I knew this would come back to bite me. I knew.
However, we have we're already 83% of the way towards a +1 hammer for Vomm Stigabashi. So yeah, there we go. So with that, I think that's it. Am I missing anything, guys? I can't think of anything else.
No.
Cool. Well, in that case, we're going to dive on in to this episode of the Gauntlet. Players, are you ready?
Oh, I was made for this.
Go on, be ready. Let's do it.
Alrighty, here we go. So, oh man, I've got music coming through the wrong thing. I knew there was going to be odd technical stuff. Boom.
We had to definitely christen the space with something bad happening.
We had to christen the space with something bad happening. So, players, as you come in to the new space, when last we met our players, they had just defeated the room in Challenge Rating 2, where they are starting off again. The very first being against an Allosaurus, an awakened tree with the large googly eyes, and a bandit captain. Having been defeated, you resurrected in the sanctuary and came back to a rather tough fight, but were able to eventually take them down. However, as you come to this next room, you notice that one of your regular companions does not seem to be with you. And there are 3 of you, but looking around, you see skyward a small winged figure flapping its way down to the ground. And it lands, and you can see before you. Eleos, would you like to describe yourself?
Well, hello, darlings. Yes, so Eleos is a dark, blood-red tiefling who has gorgeous wings sprouting out from my back and long auburn hair with bright red streaks flaming through it, and cranberry red horns spiral at the top of my head. You'll notice that he's wearing chained armor that extends into decorative chains wrapping around my arms, dark breeches laden with more chains upon my legs, and fine silver chains wrapping around the tail that has piercings up and down it. I heard you needed some assistance.
I mean, the last room really kicked our butt. Sure.
All right.
Do you know this guy?
Why would I know him?
I don't
Stinky
know.
stuff,
Do
and
you?
I'm here for it.
I'm from Ice. I am from Ice.
He might be.
I
was gonna ask,
highly
are you
doubt
from
that.
Ice? Are you from Ice?
I'll show you
No.
what I'm made of.
All right. I like the challenge. Let's do it. Let's make this
what is
happen.
your name?
The name is Eleos.
Eleos.
Yes.
All right.
All right, and as the pleasantries come to as quick of an end as they have to, because up ahead you see you are now in a cave system, and at the far end of the cave you can see a glow from an underground forge. It seems to be built into the cave wall itself, and standing in front of this forge, what looks almost like a dwarf, except his head is ablaze. His back to you is hammering down with a molten hammer on a piece of steel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Azer, or an Azer. And before anything can happen, a big old thank you to Reskin Raven for redeeming an adrenaline surge on Eleos, a second adrenaline surge on Eleos, Zagmeister for an adrenaline surge on Eleos. Eleos, you are up to 3 adrenaline surges. Reskin Raven has thrown an adrenaline surge to Lilith. Everyone is up to 3 adrenaline surges. Everyone has inspiration, except for Eleos. And before anything else can happen, Reskin Raven had redeemed a Wheel of Chaos on Eleos. So we are gonna go ahead and spin that Wheel of Chaos. Eleos, you are about to see what this is like to be on the
Look out
Receive
receiving
up
it
that
all,
end.
baby.
wheel, Elio.
Double trouble.
Oh.
Oh,
Ladies
this
and
early?
gentlemen, Double Trouble has been adjusted since the last time you had played this.
Alright.
Okay, what does it do now then?
Well, now, a creature does duplicate. It is the nearest creature to the chosen target, and there's
Okay.
just a full copy of it.
Okay, that's less horrible than getting 24
Okay.
shrubs, so you know what? I'll take it.
Yes.
Sure. Bring it on.
All right, let's do it.
Well, alright then.
All right, Chad is
welcome
wondering
to
who's
chaos,
the mod
Elias.
now. Chat, we've got the wonderful Zagmeister who is now our mod, so be kind to them. Otherwise they can. They've got the banhammer powers.
Yes.
Alrighty. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Fess, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Delightful. I should probably think about how far I can get here. Okay. I'm going to go as far as I can, this looks like the spot for the shield of Kelemvor, right about there. And I'm going to hold my rapier at the ready and prepare an attack for whoever is foolish to come close.
Okay, holding your rapier at the ready for whomever might come close to you. Next up,
Foolish.
Elios, what would you like to do?
Well, alright. I'm gonna come over here, and I'm going to throw an Eldritch Blast in that direction.
Oh.
Alrighty.
As soon as the Eldritch Blast goes, everyone in the room goes, oh!
Ah, we know.
In one moment. Alright, so that's a 19 to hit.
A 19 does hit the Azer. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Alright. Alright, that is 8 points of damage, of force damage.
Alright, 8 points of force damage at the Azer. Let's see here. Perfect. And anything else from you, Elios?
That is all. I'm gonna just hang off and look around for anything else that might come my way.
All right, and as that is happening, a big old thank you to Dragon Mage 28 for their subscription. That is 4 months. Dragon Mage, RJ, we love having you here at the tavern. You're always a part of it, so thank you so very much. Pull up a chair. Oh my gosh, and with that, Kidsen has redeemed Agent of Chaos on Ben, or Elios. So
Welcome.
Oh dear.
This is gonna be it all night.
Gauntlet, Eleos. All
That
right.
kind of night.
All right, here we go. Wheel of Chaos spinning round and round. Here it goes. Where it stops. Really? Double trouble.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Shocked a little. That whale likes to double everything.
At least
Wow.
it's not everything in the room doubled
it-
again.
It's just
Is
the
it double-
nearest creature.
Is it double trouble
Yeah.
squared? Double trouble. I don't know math very well. It's not a
Quadruple?
paladin skill.
Quadruple double.
Native British accent speaker that received pronunciation delivery of the word shit was spot on.
Also, Kidsen
All our
has
British
redeemed.
accents game has to be much higher now.
Oh my
Can't just be
god.
Red D&D accents. It has to be.
James.
So, Kidsen, great to see you, Kidsen. I love seeing you in the chat. Has
Yeah.
they've been saving up their points. There's Agent of Chaos for Fess, Lilith, and Vomm as well. So here we go, doing this in order. One coming at Fess.
All right, bring it on, Kidson. I know you're here in the middle of the night, so I'm here to entertain.
Yeah, it is pretty late for you here, Kidson. All right, here it goes, round and round. Let's see where it stops. Look out. Let me make sure this is the one that I think it is.
Oh.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen,
Positive one now. That's 3 negatives in a row.
that is 3 negatives in a row.
Fantastic
Something-
start to the evening.
Something has happened to this room. Look out.
Great.
Great.
This is my favorite thing. I love it so much.
Uh-huh.
And while that is happening, I'll go ahead and now roll for Lilith.
Something positive. Something positive.
Nah.
Come on.
Sharpen! Hey, there we go. This is a positive. Sharpen. For 1 minute, Lilith, you have a +1 magical bonus to your weapon, and this does stack. And
Oh.
as we come around now to Vomm, your Wheel of Chaos. Remember last week how we talked about we should put a time limit on how often?
Oh,
Double
God,
tap.
yes.
Not double trouble, but double tap.
Ooh.
Let me make sure. Yes. So, Vomm, on your turn, you may take 1 additional action on your next turn.
That's fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
Just
Alrighty.
for one turn.
Just for 1 turn, just on your next turn. All right. Well, with all the wheels of chaos out of the way, Eleos, you have done what you need to do. Lilith, you are up. What would you like to do?
Alright. Now that I know the room has changed slightly, I will not move. And instead, I am gonna try to make this guy steamy. And cast Ray of Frost on him.
All right, casting Ray of Frost on him.
That is 19.
19 does hit the Azer. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
5 points of frost.
5 points of frost damage. As seeing the Azer up ahead, you shoot out, and it does. You can see that as the frost gets close, it begins to melt away, but it hits him, and he is now chilled, and it will be moving slower on his turn. And
Fantastic.
remind me of exactly how much damage that was again?
5 points.
5 points. All right.
Yes.
And as that is happening, I just need to make sure that the change to the room does indeed happen.
And then I'm going to yell over to my new friend Eleos and say, "That's a cool trick. I think
Thank
I will
you very
learn
much."
that one."
It's a fun one, I will say.
And I will give you some bardic inspiration.
Ooh, thank you. And what is that at your level?
Ah, yes. So it is a d6, and you can use it on ability check, attack roll, saving roll, or to add to your weapon damage. or to add to your reaction, or to add to your dice, your AC.
Well, all
You
right.
can-
Thank you.
Valor bards, man. Holy crap. All right. So, Lilith, with that being done, that is then going to bring us to first things first. Fess to your left and Eleos dead ahead of you. You can see that this area here, the rocky pillars at the base begin to shake and crumble away. Actually, wait, hold on. No, I lied. As you look up, you can see that some rocks are falling from the ceiling, and you can see what appears to be a large, it almost looks like an overgrown centipede with a bunch of tendrils coming out of its face, large bug-like eyes, and some nasty-looking chompers, as you see a carrion crawler crawling its way down these stalactites to the ceiling, and you can see next to it a perfect duplicate of it. And as it crawls its way down, is it going to 5, 10, get to you here, Fess, which is going to that is going to trigger your held action if you would like.
Amazing, thank you. We didn't need this many more legs on the gauntlet. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Oh, 24 definitely hits the carrion crawler. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Amazing, that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage straight to its belly.
7 points of piercing damage straight to its belly. Very nice. As it rears up, preparing to attack you, you get it right in the underbelly of the creature as it comes down for an attack with its tentacles. An 11 does not hit. However, it then is going to attempt to bite you. A 22.
22 just barely hits the shield of Kelemvor. Okay, I guess I'm getting some chomping happening.
All right, as it bites into you, that is 5 points of piercing damage. And that is going to be it for that carrion crawler. The second one is going to crawl down and around. And is able to get right up to you, Eleos, and is going to attack you with its tentacles. And that's an 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right, and then as it comes at you with its bite, that's going to be an 11 to hit.
Still does not hit.
That's going to do it for the carrion crawlers. However, now the Azer is turning around, seeing the new companions in its forge, and is going to step up to you, Fess. And it is going to attack you with its warhammer. That is going to a 9 to hit. However, we all know does not hit the shield of Kelemvor.
No.
And that's, let's see here, that is going to be it for the Azer, which is then going to bring us up to Vomm Stigabashi. What would you like to do?
Oh, wonderful. Right, I'm going to, firstly, make sure I have the right tool selected and roll 20, and then I'm going to run over to here, positioning myself opposite Eleos, and I'm going to use my first action to summon the Spear of Grumsh in the space next to me.
Very nice. Let me pull that up for you.
And I'll stab it with it.
All right, yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll that attack while I am bringing your spear up and abouts.
That will be a 10.
A 10. Let's see here. Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit the carrion crawler.
Well, I've got plenty of adrenaline surges, so I'm going to re-roll that. Spend
All right.
Adrenaline.
And there you go. The spear is yours to control.
Natural 1. So I'm going to spend another adrenaline surge. 8.
Ah, man, Grumsh is not
I
with this
think-
particular attack, I don't think, tonight there.
Nope,
Yeah.
but I believe that was 2 adrenaline surges. You've still got 1 left.
I know, I'm thinking about I'm going to spend them all. So I spent my bonus action. Yeah, sod it, why not?
Okay, and for what it's worth,
It's not in my nature.
Zagmeister has
23.
23 does hit.
This is why we surge.
Go ahead and roll damage, and as that is happening, know that Zagmeister and Kidsen have both redeemed Adrenaline Surge. You've got 2, and there's another one from Kidsen. You're back up to 3.
Oh, marvelous. Right, so that'll be 8 piercing damage with the spear.
8 points of piercing damage to the carrion crawler from the spear. Very nicely done.
And then I'm going to use my first action, because the spiritual weapon summon is a bonus action. I'm going to use my first action to smack it with my hammer.
Alrighty.
And, that'll be a 9, so I'm going to spend another adrenaline surge. That'll be a 14.
A 14 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage on the crawler.
Excellent. That'll be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Very nice, very nice.
And then for my second action, thank you very much, Wheel of Chaos, I'm going to hit it again.
Hitting it again with a hammer.
14 again.
14 will still hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
8 bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning damage. Very, very nice. Wow. All right. So with 25 points of damage coming at this thing, nicely done. Anything else on your turn, sir?
Oh, that's the thing I can do.
All right. And something that I realized, this top carrion crawler here actually triggered the trap that had been laid in that area. So it is going to have to make a saving throw there.
That's what you get for eggs.
Unfortunately, it did not save, so it is going to go ahead and take the damage from...
Unfortunately, the Gauntlet Master says. Sure. Unfortunately, it takes damage. Oh no.
And it takes 8 points of slashing damage as blades come out from the ground and cut into its underbelly as well. All right, and that trap is no longer. That is then going to bring us to... Now, Fess, to your right, to the... Let's see. These cavernous walls here, these you begin to see rumbling, and from the base of them, ground begins to fall away as a large bug-like creature, this one much more akin to a cockroach, begins to claw its way out from the ground. You see an onkeg that is coming outwards, and it is going to... Let's see. Yeah, knowing
Come at the
that
creepy bug.
it's actually going to come at Vomm, and it is going to attack Vomm with its bite, and that is going to be an 11 to hit, which isn't going to do anything there. All right. And coming up from behind the tunnel, there is the clone of it, once again, from the Wheel of Chaos. This one is going to position itself here. However, it is not going to attack Fess. Instead, it is going to turn towards Lilith, and as it opens up its mandibles, a string of acid spits forward. Lilith, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Think nimble thoughts, Lilith.
Can I use Adrenaline Surge?
Yeah, Adrenaline Surge is to re-roll any D10 or D20.
Fantastic, because that was a 3.
Okay.
And that's a natural 1, so I will do it again.
Okay.
These aren't nimble thoughts, Lilith.
And that's a natural 1 again. Okay. I'm going to use my last Adrenaline Surge.
Wow.
Different dice.
It is not going well for you guys tonight.
Oh no!
Oh, no! Yes! Alright, 23.
Okay, a 23. Yep. That is going to
Yeah.
save.
Nice.
So you are only going to take. You're only going to take 5 points of acid damage as the line of acid spurts towards you and catches you across the chest of your armor. That is going to do it for the Onkegs, which is then going to bring us back to the top of the round. Fess, you are up, and Eleos, you are on deck.
Okay. This is a little trickier, but I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a quick bonus action and look at this here carrion crawler and say, "You may have many legs, and I will snap every one off, and I will cast Hunter's Mark upon it.
Okay.
And I shall try to stab it with my rapier.
All right, go ahead and stab at it with your rapier as I give it the hunter's mark.
That's going to be a 21 to hit.
A 21 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
That is going to be a 13 for. Oh no, 13 is. Oh, Hunter's back. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. That's going to be a 17.
17 points of damage?
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Yes, I rolled an 8 on my D8. It was maximum D8-age.
So 17 points of damage come to that carrion crawler. Very nicely done. As that is happening, a big ol' thank you to Dragon Mage for gifting a sub to our community. And so, Witch King 1 of 9, welcome to the tavern. Well, please pull up a seat. It's great to have you. All right, Fess, anything else from you?
Feeling good. Feeling like I'm hard to hit. Just to say a quick prayer to Kelemvor that I stay that way, and that should do it.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Eleos. You are up, and Lilith, you are on deck.
Well, all right. First, I'd like to start flying about 5 feet off the ground.
Alrighty, coming up 5 feet off the ground.
And
As
I'm just
your
going to
A
large,
gentle hover.
your large wings unfold, and you 5 feet off the ground. You're still within melee range of the crawler, so nothing happening there.
All right. And I'm going to just stare at it and say, you are not pretty enough to be in my personal space. And I am going to pull out my spiked chain and do an attack with my spiked chain at this carrion crawler.
All right, so as you lift off the ground, you pull out this large spiked piece of metal linkage. And what's the attack?
16 to hit.
16 does hit the carrion crawler. Go ahead and roll damage as you throw it down and it slashes across. Well, actually, I suppose it's piercing on this.
Yes. So that will be 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage to the carrion crawler. Very
Yes.
nicely done.
And that is my turn.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up, and as that is happening, Zagmeister has redeemed an adrenaline surge on Lilith. So, you've got yourself an adrenaline surge back.
Yes. Fantastic. So I am going to step forward because I knew my friend was there, and then I am going to follow his exact path and land here.
All right,
And I am going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
very nice. As you are doing that, a big old thank you to Reskin Raven for the 1,500 bits. That dealt a rather severe blow to our current chat boss, Crandall95, who is looking a little ragged there now, and has also brought us to 90% of the way towards Vomm's +1 hammer.
Oh.
Thanks, Reskin.
Dig up
Isn't that
you
delightful?
soon.
Oh.
And then I am just going to hold off my shield and my rapier and prepare for next time I can attack. And as well, I am going to yell over to my friend who happens to be surrounded, Mr. Fess.
That's like me usually.
Fess, you got this. You usually don't get hit, but just in case.
I've been hit a lot this round. Yep. Last round. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Use it well.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, I'm gonna need this D6. Surrounded as per usual. Okay.
All right. With that is then going to bring us to the carrion crawlers, and the topmost one is going to continue its attack on you, Fess. And as I roll this, quick thing for Witcher 1 of 9. I see your question. It's kind of a long question, and we'll talk about that at the intermission. Let's see here. So, Fess, that is going to be on its first attack with its tentacles, a 24 to hit.
Yep. Okay. We're just gonna waste my hunter's mark again. It's fine. All right. Yep.
All right, so that is 4 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
I'm gonna use that inspiration, Gauntlet Master.
All right, the inspiration that the audience has given you.
The inspiration, not the adrenaline surge. Correct.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 21.
Very
Nice.
nice. As the tentacle lashes across your neck, you can feel the muscles in your neck and then shoulder begin to spasm and then tighten, but you're able to shrug it off. You are fine.
I stare it right in the eyes.
However,
It's
as
my
that is
prey.
happening, it then comes at you with its bite. That is only going to be an 18 to hit, which the shield of Kelemvor laughs at.
I do.
that-
I just matrix away and just like laugh a little bit. Straighten its eyes as it is my prey.
That'll be it for the first carrion crawler. The lower carrion crawler is going to... Well, it's going to continue fighting you, Eleos, because it doesn't like what you've done. That's a 13 to hit with its tentacles.
No.
All right, and then that is going to be for its bite, a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, so that is going to be 9 points of piercing damage as it attempts to entangle you with the feelers on its maw. It doesn't quite get you, but its teeth are able to sink into your ankle.
Well, all right. As a reaction, I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke back at it.
All right.
So it needs to make a Dex save.
Oh, good. 4.
Well, that fails. All right. That's 11 points of fire damage. Back
Ooh,
at it.
11 points of fire damage back to the... It did not like that one bit. As it bites into
I
you,
didn't like getting hit.
you can see that from the initial point of impact, its mouth begins to sear away, and yeah, it's looking kind of squishy now.
Asshole.
All right, and that's going to be
didn't it? It's a giant worm.
it for the carrion crawlers, which is then going to bring us to the Azer, which is going to continue its onslaught against Fess, and because of the Onkeg that has appeared, has advantage on this. That first is a both 17s to hit. Neither are going to do it.
Bullish metal thing.
All right, it is then going to... Well, that's pretty much all that it's going to do. That is then going to bring us to Vomm Stigabashi. You are up. What would you like to do?
Right, for my bonus action, rather than continuing to use the Spear of Grush, I'm going to cast Sanctuary upon Fess.
Oh,
That seems so fancy. Exactly
Okay.
what happens to me, Vomm Stigabashi?
Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom save. On a failed save, it must choose another target or lose the attack.
Well, isn't that just the fanciest thing? You know what? I'll make an exception. Thank you, Vomm, but especially thank you, Grunch! I appreciate your protection.
Credit where credit is due, and then, having done that, I'm going to hit the big worm with my hammer,
all right, hitting the big worm with your hammer.
using a different d20 this time.
Well, you didn't like the last one?
You mean you don't want to keep using cursed pieces of plastic?
17.
17 will hit the big worm. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Oh, actually, shouldn't I technically have advantage?
Yes, you should technically have advantage.
Oh,
Let's go
right.
ahead and see if you can't get that
Both of
natural
us would have
20.
advantage.
Oh, well, doesn't matter. Didn't get the natural 20, so that will be 9 points of bludgeoning.
9 points of bludgeoning damage coming to this carrion crawler. Oof, oof, oof. That is barely more than enough. As you crunch into the backside of this of the carrion crawler, Eleos, you can see that where the burn is beginning to extend from where it bit you, suddenly a bunch of just a bunch of goo that comes out of its mouth, and it falls to the ground dead.
What good. That was dreadful.
All right. Vomm, anything else from you? Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to the Onkegs. The first one.
So many options, big cockroach. So many options. Where will you go?
Yeah, actually, so this one here is actually perfectly able to line this up. Is going to see both. Oh wait, no, you're 5 feet in the air, Eleos.
Yes, I am.
Nope, it's not able to do that.
Hi.
Okay, it is then going to just. It's just going to spit acid at Vomm then. Why did I roll? I have no idea why. It's been a long day, you guys. Vomm, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I am very bad at this.
Think nimble thoughts. Think nimble thoughts.
Got 7.
7. All right. Fortunately, that is not
Do
going
it.
to save. You do have 2 adrenaline surges, just so you know.
I
However-
may as well use it.
All right.
18.
18. 18
There we
is a
go.
success. Alrighty. So, Vomm, you are only going to take 4 points of acid damage as this cuts through you. And yeah, you can feel it begin to burn at your armor. And that's going to do it for the first Onkeg. Hey, Bun Buns is in the chat. Hello, Bun Buns. Great to see you. I think this is the first time you've seen the Gauntlet. Welcome. The second Onkeg is... Well, it's going to continue to attack Fess, but first it has to make that wisdom saving throw. They're not the wisest things in the world. It's not. And on top of it, yeah, 4. So, and there's no one else around, so it's gonna lose that attack. It's it's going to just 10x. And with that, move away as it doesn't like what's going on there, which will trigger an attack of opportunity from you, Fess.
Oh, and I will take it. Oh my yes. Oh,
All right,
my
go ahead.
goodness. Oh, this brings me joy. Oh yes, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
A
Please,
17
I
does
thank
hit. Go ahead and roll damage. As that's happening, Dragon Mage. And unfortunately, players are only allowed to spend up to the Chaos Wheel. You're not allowed to do a mass healing word.
That's
But-
going to be oh no, math. That's going to be 10 points of piercing damage, Gauntlet Master.
10 points of piercing damage to the Onkeg.
You think you can escape me, foolish bug, but my vengeance is everywhere.
But also, as that is happening, Bun Buns has redeemed Rousing Speech, giving you all a point of inspiration. Looks like a couple of you had that. For those of you who had it, which would be Lilith and Vomm, that will roll over to give you both an adrenaline surge. But so
I
now
feel roused.
every
No,
yeah,
no prefix to that word. Just roused.
No,
just roused.
just
roused.
roused.
Alrighty. No worries, Dragon Mage. Also, if you would like to instead redeem that for something else as opposed to just losing those points, go ahead and let me know. Where were we? That was the Onkeg, right? That's going to bring us back to the top of the round. Fess, you are up. Eleos, you are on deck. Lilith, you are in the hole.
All right. Well, since, as I've mentioned, this is my prey, I would like to attack it.
All right. Attack your prey.
Will a math?
Math will not hit. But
Math will not. Well, that's a. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. This new tavern's really throwing me off. Will a 15 hit? It's
a 15 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Oh, good. bit of chaotic here. All right. That's going to be 7 plus 12 points of piercing damage
12
to my
points
prey.
of piercing damage to your prey. Dang. All right. That is. It too is starting to look rather beat up, but it is still going strong. Fess, anything else from you?
I'll continue to stare it down, reminding it what its place is in this earthworm. That'll be it.
Its large bug-like eyes kind of stare back at you, but
Does it feel a little bit of shame, maybe on the inside?
It doesn't look like it's smart enough to really have feelings like that.
Carry-on crawlers have no shame. Let it be noted, it was said here.
Oh, but dang. Dragon Mage has redeemed a sabotage on the carrion crawler. Very, very nice.
All right, thank you. We see you in the audience and we fight for your glory. I also have
Alrighty.
on tail. Hope you're enjoying the tamales. Hope they're not tofu this time.
Eleos, you are up. Lilith, you are on deck. What would you like to do?
Well, all right. First, I'd like to fly another 10 feet up into the air, so I'm at 15.
All right.
And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the Onkeg on the bottom.
Onkeg on the bottom. Eldritch Blast coming its way. All right, go ahead and roll that attack.
That's
As that
17.
a 17 does hit, go ahead and roll damage. As that is happening, Bun Buns has redeemed an adrenaline surge. Bun Buns, let me know. It looks as though Lilith is the only player that is not at full adrenaline surge, so I'm going to go ahead and give that to her. Lilith, you now have 3 adrenaline surges coming at you.
All right, that is 13 points of force damage.
13 points of force damage to that Ankeg. Very nice. Alrighty.
Blast it right in the bottom.
Yes.
Anything else from you, Eleos?
That is all, thank you.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up. What would you like to do?
Ah, you are so polite with these creatures. Very disgusting creatures. Alright, I am going to turn to the one that sprayed me, so this one, and I'm going to stab at it.
All right, go ahead and stab at it with your rapier. And remember, it gets an additional +1.
I am going to use an adrenaline surge on that. I don't think 11 hits.
Alrighty.
Ah, much better. That is 23.
23 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
And that is minimum damage at 5. Sorry, I forgot. Yes. 5
All right.
points of damage.
See, math
is-
is hard.
Is that including the additional +1 that you got from the Chaos Wheel?
Yes, that's why I had to think about it.
Gotcha. And just to double check, was that the lower or the top Ankeg?
That is the lower
Alrighty.
one that sprayed me. I was not thrilled.
Seems like
Okay.
an indignity that must be answered in kind.
Exactly.
All right. Well, with that, that is going to bring us to the Azer here, which is going to... It's smart enough. It's going to flank around. It is going to attack Fess, but before it does so, it has to make its wisdom save. That's going to be an 8.
Oh, poor.
That's not gonna do it.
foolish Azer.
But it is then going to continue flanking around and head on over there, which is then... That's going to do it for the Azer, which is going to bring us to Vomm Stigabashi. You're up.
Sanctuary is a very good spell.
So good.
I'm going to
Okay.
move the spear to here. I'm going to move myself to there.
You
Okay.
move the spear to there, where it inspires fear. How far can we make it
Right, stab it and bash it.
Stab it and bash it. Alrighty.
Alright, spear
Vomm
first.
Stigabashi.
I am not rolling well tonight. That's a natural 1. Gonna redeem an
Ooh.
adrenaline surge. Oh wait, no,
Oh.
I should have advantage, shouldn't I?
Yes,
Then
you
I
should
will not
indeed.
redeem the adrenaline surge. Do I roll better than a 1? Yes, I do. That will be 16.
16 does hit the carrying crawler. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Marvelous. Max damage. That will be
Yes.
11 points of piercing.
Ooh, 11 points of piercing damage is enough, actually, as the spear comes to the back carapace of this carrying crawler. You can see that it just flies up, and rather than stabbing into it, actually flies all the way through. It comes out the other side and comes back to your side. It is dead.
Excellent.
Well, in that case, I don't need to be next to it anymore, so I'm going to move back to where I was. I'm
Alrighty.
going to hit the young cake with the hammer.
All right, hitting the Ankeg with your hammer. Go ahead and roll that attack for me, please. And as that is happening, Lazy Gothy has redeemed a sabotage on the next monster trying to hit Eleos. Very nice. Make sure I
Thank
write these
you.
down.
That will be a 15.
A 15 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Oh, minimum damage. 4 bludgeoning.
4 points
That is
of bludgeoning damage. Alrighty.
1 is the saddest number you can roll on your dice.
Oh, but 2 is just as sad as 1.
It really is.
That is true.
It's
Okay.
the loneliest
God.
stuff.
Vomm, anything else from you? All right, that is then going to bring us to the Ankeg. And let's see, this one in the middle is having a really rough go of it. It's going to... Well, it was just hit by you, Vomm, so it's going to turn its attention to you. That is going to be 13 to hit with its bite attack.
Yep.
Oh, gosh darn it. It's not doing great at all. This second Ankeg, however, did recharge its acid splash, and seeing a flying problem is going to turn its head up and take a shot off at you with that. However, because it has been sabotaged, you have advantage on this saving throw. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
That would be 20.
20. All right, you save. You only take 6 points of acid damage.
All right.
All right.
Well, that hurt.
And that, let's see. This Ankeg down here is then going, after it spits its acid at you, Eleos, it is going to move down here. That is going to do it for the Ankeg, which is going to bring us back to the top of the round. Fess, you are up. Eleos, you are on deck. Lilith, you are in the hole.
All right, I'd like to take my bonus action to turn and look at the Azer and say, on to you now. And my hunter's mark is moved.
Your hunter's mark is moved. Very nice.
Do. And considering that, I'd like to attack him.
All right, go ahead and attack the Azer.
Ooh. That was a 26.
26 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Delightful. I also hit the microphone with that. It was quite dramatic. So sorry, everyone. That's the sound my dice makes. Now you know. You sounded like the dice tray. Okay, so that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage as I jab and stab. Going back to rhyming jokes.
11 points of piercing damage to the Azer, and as you stab at it with your rapier,
And jab.
it pierces, and as it pierces, embers fly off and catch you in the face. You take 3 points of fire damage.
I forgot about this. Okay, great. Fess didn't know it, so it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. That's all right.
All right, anything else from you, Fess?
That should do it. I'll just keep glaring at it.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Eleos, you're up. Lilith, you're on deck.
All right. Am I within melee of this?
You are 15.
Or am I just high enough?
You're just high enough that you're out of melee range. You'd have to drop down 5 feet.
All right. I am going to... Can I fly above it,
Sure.
technically?
I mean, you'll make my life complicated, but yeah.
All right. I would like to fly here.
Okay.
And I am going to use Eldritch Blast again at that same Onkeg that I hit the first time, this lower one.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Oh, shit. I am going to use my inspiration from the Bard.
Ooh.
Fancy.
All right. I'm assuming an 11 does not hit.
At this point, I would like to let you know you've got 3 adrenaline surges. Just
All
you
right.
know,
we'll
you've been
try
giving
that.
them all this
I'll
time. You
assume my
can.
luck. That was even worse. I'll use one more. I'll use
Okay.
one more. Oh, much better.
We're having a night here at the Gauntlet. It's just been
Oh, that was great. So that is a total of 25 to hit now.
25 will hit the Ankeg. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
All right. Okay, so that'll be 8 points of force damage.
8 points of force damage. It is looking so rough, but it's still standing.
Just die already.
All right. Anything else from you, Eleos?
That will be all. Thank you.
All right. As that is happening, quick question to our audience: how many times do you think that Eleos is going to use Eldritch Blast in this game? Let me know in the comments.
buddy count. If you win, you get our love.
Oh,
Yup.
warlocks. Alrighty. Lilith, you are up. What would you like to do?
No, I really think I'm gonna try to get that one. I'm gonna turn to the one that he just hit. I'm gonna whack at it.
All right, cracking at it. Go ahead.
17?
A 17 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Do I add the +1 to the attack too, or no?
Yes, you do.
Okay, then yes. 17.
Which either, yeah, it'll hit. Bum.
Alright. Let's try a different one. That's better. That is 8 points of piercing.
8 points of piercing damage. That it will do it. So as the Ankeg, after getting hit by that force damage from the Eldritch Blast, it's kind of rearing up. It's moving much slower now. You actually see a bit under its chitinous armor, around, what's it called on an insect? I'm gonna say its throat, because that's the word that's coming to mind for me. But you are able to essentially pierce through and rip out its gullet, and it too dies. All right. Anything else from you, Lilith?
I'm going to bow and say, good teamwork, my new friend. And
Alright.
then, question, is
Yo.
this blubbery thing still in my way? Or no?
Its body is still there. It is rather large. I will count it as difficult terrain, but you can move over it.
I disappear. Ah! I want to step there, but I disappear.
Here,
You
let me.
fall and slip under the worm, and it's really gross, and we don't talk about it, but it's fine.
There you
I
go.
want to help my friend Fess.
Just like
trying
crawl
to-
under its body. This will be fine.
Trying to provide some friendship here with some flanking.
As
Alrighty.
we know, that is indeed the best friendship that any person can ever provide.
This
So,
is very
thank you.
disgusting. Please.
I
end this.
appreciate you. Thank you for making this noble sacrifice, so we may in fact smack it better.
That is then going to bring us to the Azer, which, seeing all of this happen, is going to continue back around to this side of you, Fess, and is going to attempt to attack you. Has to make that save. A 14.
That will do it, yeah.
Alrighty.
Now you get to see if you can roll higher than
Yeah,
a
now I
21
get to
hit
see
me,
if it can
but-
actually hit you, and that's going to be an 11 to hit.
All
So-
that thinking for nothing, foolish dwarf.
As the Azer comes around, and it looks at you and it's like, that's not gonna do it. So that is then going to bring us to Vomm. You are up. What would you like to do? Oh, and also, it looks as though Ben's Eleos may have frozen. Eleos, can you hear us?
Oh no, I can hear you. Yes.
All right, cool. He is frozen, but we can hear him.
At least he's making a very dramatic face, or at least he is for me.
It is true.
Very
It
dramatic.
is
Very-
true.
He's pondering on my
Make sure that at any
It's like
point,
Very.
at any point, Ben, you are making just the best faces, because you might freeze at any given time. Vomm, you are up. What would you like to do?
Right, I'm going to move the spear, stab at the Ankeg with it.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that attack.
14.
A 14 just hits the Ankeg. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Lovely jubbly. I'll be 9 points of piercing.
9 points of piercing damage to it. Very nicely done. That was your bonus action. Sir, for your action, what would you like to do?
For my action, I will cast Toll the Dead on the Azer.
Ooh, very nice. It has to make a save.
Wisdom save.
A wisdom saving throw.
He's
That is
been
a
great at those.
that is a natural 20, which brings it to a 21. So yeah.
His kidneys.
I meant it sarcastically, Dice of the Gauntlet Master. I meant it sarcastically.
Thought we were finally having a week with cursed dice for the GM.
Nope. Natural 20. Show us some
Alright.
thingy moves.
Vomm, anything else from you?
Um,
All right, that is then going to bring us to the Ankeg, which is going to try and get its acid back, which it does not. Man, it is looking around at all of the various options that it has, but still being attacked by Vomm. It's going to continue that off. That is going to be, as it bites into you, an 18 to hit.
Nope.
You guys in your freaking heavy armor. All right, that's going to do it for the Ankeg, which is going to bring us back to the top of the round. Fess, you are up. Eleos, you are on deck. Lilith, you are in the hole. Before we do that, a big old hello to Compliance Investigator. Hello from Colorado with nephew Danny there watching as well.
Right.
Danny, this is some violent content you're watching. I hope you're okay with that.
This is the
It's
tamest
something
violent
mild.
content on the internet.
And also a big ol'
Alright.
thank you to Dragon Mage for redeeming a sabotage on the Azer.
Thank you. Alright. Alright. So, my turn, right, Gauntlet Master? I got distracted.
Yes, it is your turn, Fess.
Very easily distracted. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick second, look over the Azer, and then shift my gaze over to the Ankeg and look it straight in its eyes and kind of move my hunter's mark to it.
All right, moving your hunter's mark over to it, and as you meet the Ankeg's eyes, the dullness.
Oh wait,
that
you know what? Gauntlet Master, I just realized I have to wait for a creature to die to do that. So you know what? Don't worry.
All
about
right, as you meet the Ankeg's eyes, you think better of it and return your eyes back to the
Okay.
Azer.
it. Yeah, but I think I'm just gonna. You know what? That Azer hurts, so we'll deal with that later. So I'm still just going to attack the Ankeg.
All right, go
That's
ahead and
fine.
roll that attack for me, please. On advantage because of friendship.
Because of friendship. And as I swing my sword high, I'll say, "This attack is for you, Danny!" And I'll swing my rapier. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
A 21 does hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Oh, that's so delightful. That's going to be a 13 for maximum damage. At least I got my 100.
13 points of damage for maximum damage. Very nicely done. It is still standing, but that was a brilliant blow. Fess, anything else from you?
Nope, just gonna glare back at the Azer. Make sure he knows I haven't forgotten him, but I'm just gonna go with this first.
Sounds good. All right, that is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up.
Alright. Wait.
Isn't it Eleos?
Yes. Is that
Nope,
my name?
Elios, you're new here. We're gonna skip right over you. Yes, Elios, you are up. And as that is happening, a big ol' thank you to Compliance Investigator for redeeming an adrenaline surge on Elios.
Oh, great. All right. So I am going to cast Command at the Azer,
Okay.
and it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Actually, that's not horrible. That is a 19.
It saves. Bollocks. All right. Okay. Cool.
You should just make it stop singing.
Cool. I
All
guess
right.
what I'll do is I'll fly 10 feet this way.
All right. Still staying 15 feet in the air. Okay. That is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are now up.
Fantastic. I am going to use my friendship with vigor and attack with my rapier.
Friendship with vigor and attacking with the rapier. Go ahead and roll that attack for me, please.
That's a good price, apparently. Oh my god.
Let's see here. You've got 2 adrenaline surges, just in case.
Fantastic. Because I don't think a 10 will hit, so. That makes it a 12.
12 on the Ankeg. 12 unfortunately will not hit.
Do I have a
You've got 1 more.
Alright, I'll use my last one. I rolled a 2, a 4, and a 6. Let's go
All
for
right,
this.
last one.
Oh. Ironically, that was a 3.
Dice are lively tonight. They're jumping all over the place.
Ironically, the 8 landed on the floor, but I won't count that because it was on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled another 4, so nope. So that's a 10.
All right.
right.
So,
So, nothing happens.
as that is happening, big ol' thank you to Babs for redeeming an adrenaline surge for Lilith. I'm gonna say that though, as that was being given at the time, I should probably put a spending limit on it for you guys. Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to the Azer, who is really not liking what is going on here. It is going to use its full movement to come over here, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Fess.
Oh, well, I'm so hurt. Do I hit it? How beat up is this thing looking as it's running away? Like, do I see? If it looks
It's hard to tell. And I'll need a call from you here soon.
I'm gonna attack it.
Alrighty.
It's fine. I got healing pressure. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to use a point of adrenaline. It's fine. Will a 16 hit?
A 16 will not hit the Azer.
I'm gonna use one. Oh wait, no, I have inspiration. Wait, no, you already told me if it did, if it failed.
I did.
If it failed, so I can't use that. That's okay. I will use another. Okay, that's gonna be a 17.
A 17 does hit. Go ahead and
Yes.
roll some damage for me, please.
Because I have my hunter's mark, it's gonna be pretty sweet.
As that is happening, big ol'
Oh.
thank you to Lazy Gothy for an adrenaline surge on Lilith there.
That's going to be Gauntlet Master, 18 points of piercing damage.
18 points
It is
of
1
piercing.
point shy of maximum damage.
Oh.
That is enough to do it as the Azer decides that it was rushing over to try and do some work on Lilith. You are able to take it down. You will still take another 3 points of fire damage as it falls to the ground here. Also, thank you
Ooh,
to
that's
Compliance
tough.
Investigator for an adrenaline surge on Fess.
Oh, that's stuff. Okay, alright.
All right, that means with the Azer down, that is going to bring us to Vomm Stigabashi. You are up. What would you like to do?
All right, spear time. See if I can
Spear
finish off
time.
this Unkeg.
Your time. Close.
15.
A 15 will hit the Anke. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please. Oh, excuse me.
7 piercing.
7 points of piercing damage. Ooh, very nicely done. It's starting to look rough, but it's still standing.
Yeah, right, can't execute the second part of my plan until that thing is dead. So I'm going to hit it with my hammer.
All right, hitting it with your hammer. Go ahead and roll that attack for me, please.
19.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll that damage as well.
8 bludgeoning.
8 points of bludgeoning. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Actually, that's enough to do it. You are able to crush its head in as the pus that is its lifeblood squirts out from the sides of its head. That is going to do it for the last Onkeg. As this is all happening, another big old thank you to Spoonkins for redeeming an adrenaline surge on Eleos. Looks
Oh,
like everyone, everyone's got a few.
We all
Vomm.
have a number, which is technically neither imaginary nor in the negative.
Vomm, anything else on your turn as you finish off the last Onkeg? Oops, sorry. You're breaking in and out again on your mic.
Oh
But
dear.
it looks so epic.
There we go.
Just going to tap the hammer against my arm and go, there's one more for me.
All right, and with that, you feel the ground pull out from beneath you as you are once again whisked away. You find yourselves in an arena that you have not visited for quite some time. You find yourselves in the open-aired town. However, this time around, you can see that the town seems to have been besieged. 2 of the buildings are aflame. There is a bunch of damaged goods in the center. Let me go ahead and just bring this in. There we go. And ahead in the arena, you can see a large, brutish figure holding an axe, speaking angrily to a hooded individual. This is a berserker and a cult fanatic. Let me adjust this so
Those
that the
belts
audience...
sound very unstable. All right.
Oh, very unstable. As that is happening, also a big old thank you to Babs for the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. That actually defeated Crandall95. Babs is now the chat boss. Chat, you've got a new boss to fight. A reminder that
Oh, thank
follows,
you, Babs.
subscriptions, and bit donations beat up the current chat boss.
Congratulations on your domination.
Ooh, and it looks as though I may have
Laugh.
missed an adrenaline surge for Lilith. Thank you, chat, for keeping me on my toes. Boom, there we go. Okay, with this new roundup, Vomm had just gone. That is going to bring us to Fess. You are up.
All right. Let me do some quick measuring here. I need to zoom out, get a little bit of a better feel for what this area looks like. It's been so long, and I'm just hoping there are no cats.
All right, as that is happening, Sir Lancelot, thank you so very much for the follow. Welcome to the Adventurers Pack. bunch of nerdy friends sharing what we love on the internet, and today it is the Gauntlet, where these players are attempting to defeat every single monster in the official Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual. And as that is happening, Zagmeister has redeemed Mass Healing Word for the party.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, clutch! Thank
I
you.
could use that right now.
There's gonna be
Thank
7
you,
points
Zag.
of healing to the party. Dragon Mage has also redeemed a Sabotage on the Cult Fanatic, Spoonkins an Adrenaline Surge for Fess, and Spoonkins an Adrenaline Surge for Vomm. Everyone is at full Inspiration and Adrenaline Surge, and man, this is how you guys are gonna make it to the next Sanctuary because of the chat. You guys are amazing.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you,
We
guys.
surely do. We fight for your glory. Gauntlet Master, as we fall into the new arenas, our weapons that we had in hand stay in hand, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All
It's
right,
as
then
if basically the room around you just changed. What you were doing and what you were holding is the same. So all spells are still up, which means Sanctuary is still on you, Fess. And
that's
any
delightful.
inspiration that has been given to folks are still there as well.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to come right about here. Oh, wrong tool. There we go. Okay. Actually, you know what? I like where I was this time. Right about there. And I'm going to. What am I kidding? I have Sanctuary. I can be bold. Never mind. I danced back and forth a little bit, and I decide on my place, and I'm here. Okay. So I'm going to look at the Berserker and say, I'm coming for you. And I will move my Hunter's Mark onto him.
All right, Hunter's Mark onto the Berserker.
Delightful! This spell is real broken in the Gauntlet. I'm going to hold an action for whoever attacks me. What a
Holding an
foolish
action for
fool.
whoever attacks you. Eleos, you are up, and I'm gonna say you're still.
Am I still frozen?
Oh no, your screen is back. You are
Oh,
fine
okay.
there.
Cool.
I will say that whenever we do start in a new room, you all start on the ground in the same place, so you're no longer in the air.
That's all right. I'm going to walk just about here, and then
All right.
I'm going to cast Shatter right here between the two
Oh.
of them.
Okay.
So they both
dang.
need to make Constitution saving throws.
Well, that first one is gonna be a 4, and that
That
second one
fails.
is gonna be a 6.
They both fail.
Oh,
Shatter,
wow.
got that shatter, baby.
Oh, all right. That will be 15 points of thunder damage.
Ooh, so they both take 15 points of thunder damage. Very nicely done. Wow. Okay.
Good opening volley.
All right. Yes.
Okay. Elios, anything else from you?
At this point, I'd like to float 5 feet off the ground.
Floating 5 feet off the ground. Sounds good. There we go. All right. That is then going to bring us to the Cult Fanatic. Who, seeing all of you approach, is going to wave his hand. You see he's got a dagger drawn, but as he draws it across the air in front of him, a mirror image of the dagger appears in the air, and it appears a good 15 feet in front of him. And that is a wonky-looking dagger. Hold on, let me make that look a little better.
Oh yeah, that the perspective there got a little. There
Yeah.
we go.
There we go. That's
There we go.
better. That's better.
That's how
Um,
space works. All right, we're good.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
But it is then going to move towards you here, Fess, and the dagger is going to attack you.
Does the
Let's
dagger have to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
It
Or
does.
Specifically, the person that cast it does.
So, question: it's whenever they make an attack.
Or
Oh, yeah, so it
offensive
is-
spell.
Okay, gotcha. So, the wisdom saving throw is going to be a 14,
Which succeeds.
and then the attack is going to be a 17. So the dagger is not gonna do it on their Fess.
My god protects me better than that. So does my armor.
The cultist seeing that is not happy about that, so it is going to attempt a second attack on you, and that is going to be a 15 on the wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
and it casts Sacred Flame on you, Fess, which let me...
Is that the one where I have to do the thing? I
Pretty
mixed
sure
up
it-
my divine spells. Help me out.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Delightful at those. Okay, great. My thing pulled up here. That's a natural 20 for 26, Gauntlet Master.
26, all right. So radiant energy
That's
bursts from the sky, but you are able to avoid it entirely. Very nicely done. With that, he is then going to move kind of here. And that is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up. What would you like to do?
Fantastic. I am going to come up right behind my friend here. Does this berserker look like he's wearing armor? Metal.
The Berserker does look as though he's wearing armor, but none of it is metal. He seems to be wearing hardened skins.
Oh. Okay,
I
never
don't
mind
know how
then.
that sounds worse than
Oh.
it is.
All right.
It sounds like
Alright.
you're seeing tanned leather, but the way that sounds means like he's wearing scabs.
Yeah, that sounded like he's wearing like human body skin.
The
Okay.
sacrifices from the cultist, you know.
Yeah, that's what
Alright,
it's for,
yes.
For the leather.
We're not weird at all here.
No.
So instead, then I am going to cast Ray of Frost on our friend who tried to run away.
All right, go ahead and cast Ray of Frost. Go ahead and roll that attack for me, please. And I
17.
realize I'm using an older map system that we had, so our audience isn't actually able to see where he ran off to. Let me adjust this for them.
Oh, shifted. Oh, no. Oh, gods.
Yep. Alrighty. So, what is that attack?
It was a 17.
That is a 17. A 17 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Max damage. 8 points of cold damage.
8 points of cold damage, and his speed is cut in half. Very nicely done. Anything else from you, Lilith?
That is all.
All right, that is then going to bring us to the Berserker, who, seeing all this, is going to rush forwards. 30. And
Hit me.
yeah, he is going to
There
come
you go.
at you, Lilith, and he is going to be doing this recklessly. So he is going to be able to do that on advantage, which goes from a natural 1 to a natural 20.
Oh, my armor!
That in armor. You see it in action now. It's amazing. It defeats the Gauntlet Master.
All right, that is
but
going
my
to
armor,
be-
And my armor of Agathis.
That is going to be 9 points of slashing damage coming at him, or coming at you.
So he takes 10 points of cold damage.
Yes. Let's add that.
And I
As
still have my armor of Agathis up.
brilliant. So, come on, there we go. Yeah, so as he hits you with his great axe, there's an explosion of ice that comes off of your body, and that is going to do it for the Berserker, which... Fess, your held action was technically the next thing that attacked you.
Correct. Or,
Okay.
well, the next thing that I could attack. Next thing that came
Okay.
in range.
I am going to say, because I'm pretty sure the wording that you used was the next thing that attacked you. I'll give it to you this time. You can go ahead and make that held action, but be sure to... It is a difference, the next thing that you are able to attack versus the next thing that attacks you. Be sure to
Okay.
specify, for anyone holding an action, choose your words specifically.
Okay.
So, you can go ahead and make that attack for me.
It's a 17 to hit.
A 17 does hit the Berserker. Go ahead and roll that damage for me, please.
Delightful. Oh, one. So sad. That's going to be 12 points of piercing damage, Gauntlet
12
Master.
points of piercing damage coming to the Berserker. Very nicely done. That is going to end it for the Berserker, which is going to bring us to Vomm Stigabashi, you're up. Fess, you are on deck. Eleos, you are in the hole.
questions. I missed how much we recovered from that mass healing word earlier.
That was 7 points of healing.
Oh, marvelous.
Yes.
Also, I believe my spiritual weapon is still with me.
Ah, yes, let me pull that up for you.
And, am I right in thinking that because said berserker attacked recklessly, our attacks against him have advantage as well?
You are correct in thinking that. Oh, yeah, actually,
Yay.
Fess, go ahead and see if you got a natural 20 on that.
Sure. No.
Alrighty.
Right, well, for my bonus action, I'm going to move the spear. It's maximum 20 feet, so it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to move up to there. For my action, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and flank him as well.
All right.
Have an advantage anyway.
I will say,
And,
as you get
I'm
to where
gonna
the
bash
spear
him with the
is,
hammer.
as you get to where the spear is, you do feel the heat coming off of the fire. If you are to move into this area, you will take fire damage.
Ah, I understand. I thought this was purely aesthetic. And
The fire in the gauntlet is not for decoration. It doesn't have that thing on the bottom that says.
Recall back
Made
to the
in the
60
gauntlet.
damage you dealt to a
Okay.
goblin boss when you threw it in
Streamers,
lava.
Fire colored, floating in the air.
in that case, I will move to here instead and bash him with my hammer.
Alrighty,
This
go ahead
isn't the
and
middle
roll
school
that
stage
attack on
production.
advantage for me, please.
23.
A 23 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
10 bludgeoning.
10 points of bludgeoning. Very nice. He is still looking perfectly fine. Anything else from you, Vomm?
No,
Alrighty.
though I respect his spirit.
Alright, that is going to bring us back to top of the round. Fess, you're up. Eleos, you're on deck.
I see some opportunity for mayhem, so I'm just gonna go right there. And with the best of friendship, I will attack this fool.
Alrighty, best of friendship coming its way.
That is going to be a 24 to hit Gauntlet Master.
24 does hit the berserker. Go ahead and roll that damage for me, please.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that's just so beautiful. That's going to be 16 points of piercing damage to this fool.
16 points of piercing damage. Woo. He's starting to look pretty beat up, but he's
Like,
still
exactly
there.
as I intended.
All right, Fess. Anything else from you?
Alright. No, I feel good. Like, I saw that hit and I'm just like, wow, I feel good about myself. I feel like really good about like how Hunter's Mark went down. I feel strong in my relationship with Kelemvor. I like me, so I'm good. I don't need to do anything else in this 6 seconds.
You just over there like,
You take a brief moment for self-care.
In that moment, I'm like, oh yeah, this is good.
All right. Well, in that case, Eleos, you are up. How are you feeling about yourself? Do you like you?
Oh, I love me, darling. Thank you.
You should.
No.
See, we're all great people. We're
I'm
here.
fabulous.
We've made it this far. You've
I'm in
got
the
a lot of
gauntlet.
you've got a lot of chains happening. It's a bold style. I mean, it's not mine. My armor's
I'm
pretty plain, but like it's
Nothing
a style.
if
I
not
respect it.
stylish, darling. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
You said he attacked recklessly.
Yes.
Do I have advantage? Because
Yep.
Oh,
Any
alright.
any attacks until it's the
Any
start of its
attack.
next turn. Any attack.
sorry. All right. Well, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this fucker. All right. So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
21 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 12 points of force damage.
Points of force damage. So as the berserker had rushed up and recklessly attacked Lilith, an explosion of ice in his face, then suddenly Vomm Stigabashi coming up and attacking him, Fess coming around from behind and stabbing at him with her rapier. He's looking just beaten all to hell when suddenly out from the sky, a bolt of force damage right at its face knocks him down. He falls, his head into the fire next to him. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, what a pity.
Oh no, he's dead. It's so sad. Oh no.
Anything else from you, Eleos?
Hmm. Or wait.
Okay. Let's see. You are... Yep, it's not going to be able to get there. So that's going to bring us to the Cult Fanatic, who... Whoa. This is not great. He's going to move 15 feet down here. Oh, not good at all. Yes, he is going to... attempt to cast Hold Person on Fess.
Oh dear. That
Really?
feels like I have to make a save that I don't like. Whatever the
Now,
save
does
I
that...
don't think I
is
want.
Sanctuary affected? It's any negative
It
thing
is.
happening.
Any attack or harmful spell.
Okay, that is going to be a 16 on the save for the Cult Fanatic.
You will still save.
All right, and that...
All right. Now what do I have to do?
I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, only. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's sure. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Yeah, I'm gonna think. You know, I just did all that self-care. I'm feeling really inspired and assured. Okay. I'm going to use a point of adrenaline. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna use the inspiration. And the bardic inspiration.
Also, I should have you know, you have... Oh, wait, you already used your...
I used
you
the
didn't...
bardic inspiration.
All right, but also you didn't have to use your normal inspiration because the cultist had been sabotaged. So you
Oh.
had advantage on the roll anyway.
That's good. Great. That's gonna be a 15.
15, all right. You save.
Oh.
You...
So many dice. Okay.
Yeah, so you still have the functions of your body. He is, however, going to, as his bonus action, bring his dagger down here to attempt to attack Vomm, and that is going to be a 16 to hit, which I don't think is going to hit Vomm. Yeah, that's going to be it for the Cult Fanatic. That's going to then bring us to Lilith. You're up. Vomm, you're on deck.
All right. I'm going to again try to slow him down.
All right, attempting to slow him down once again with the Ray of Frost.
What am I doing? Ooh, natural 20.
All right, that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll that damage for me. And double it.
14.
14. Lilith, you have added once again to your ice sculpture menagerie as the Cult Fanatic freezes, is unable to move, and in that last step, its arm that it was using to direct the dagger breaks at the wrist and falls to the ground. It is dead.
Oh, that's it.
And
Another one for my list. My God, it's
as
getting better.
the last creature here in this chamber falls to the ground, you once again all feel the ground whipped away from underneath you. And we're going to go ahead and take a break at this point. My goodness, everyone, that's been...
Ooh.
I don't know what had happened last week when you had all hit challenge rating 2, but now in the challenge rating 2 realm, let's get some more relaxed music going on here.
Inside
There
that
we
one
go.
horrible room, we're doing just fine. And that level didn't even have cats this time. It was great.
That's great.
That's easy. What were you having problems with last time? This is so simple.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
See,
what you
yeah,
guys were all
I'm
having
sorry,
problems
Lilith.
with.
You were in the stands. You saw how awful it was. I know you were there eating the tamales, but like, didn't you see any of our pain?
I
You
saw your
forgetting
pain.
that I spent the entire time fighting plants.
I didn't know
Couldn't
that.
do anything.
Also, that was
My fault.
yeah.
Oops.
Many shrooms.
That
Well,
one
folks-
may have been me, and I did not mean to make you do
Oh,
that.
that was you who raised. Well, that was so we were suffering for your entertainment while you ate nibbles.
Oh yes, and the popcorn was amazing. They had caramel corn this time. Delicious.
Folks, we are going to go ahead and take an intermission here to let our players stretch their legs, get some water, do what they need to do. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere as we come back. The chat boss is still alive and well. Babs is standing strong. We're still pretty close to our +1 hammer. I think 95% of the way to the +1 hammer for Vomm. Also, we are still at we're at 212 out of the 250 for our next follower giveaway. So thank you for those who have been following us, and we'll be right back to continue venturing forth into Challenge Rating 2 and see how far we can get. I thought I was really gonna get you guys, but I don't know. And welcome back, everyone. So, while we were away, a big ol' thank you to Babs for the what was that, 2,000 bits? My gosh, Babs, thank you so very much. Vomm, you might want to look inside the chest next time we get to a sanctuary, because that has put us at 105% of the way to your +1 hammer.
Yes. Now I get to bash better.
All
Exactly
of
what
I got bashing better.
So passionate.
So, players, that then begs the question, had you decided on what to get after Vomm's +1 hammer? Because that goal is set. It's done. We got it. Now what?
Had we? This has been such a week. There's been so many exciting things here in the Gauntlet that I completely forgot what we had thought about. I know we
Sorry,
have
who else? Or is Chrome up? Who hasn't gotten
I think-
something for a while?
Prom might be next.
I believe he was the
Uh,
first. So
It's Crom's turn around. Crom's coming around again.
Well, unfortunately,
Um,
it's gonna be a while before we get to ask Crom what they
That's
want.
true.
Crom is
So-
having a very exciting time outside of the Gauntlet without us. Who will I give high fives to?
He's hanging
Uh,
out with the guy from Blink 182. He's fine. He's having
Yeah, that's
fun.
good.
But let's see. It's gonna be a while until he's here. Maybe we should add him to the rotation again next time.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple other things, but I just got something. So, anything you want, Fess?
I mean, I know there was talk of a ring of protection.
Ooh,
There was talk of a
Is
ring
that-
of protection.
does that do the same thing as a cloak of protection?
I believe it does. I mean, it has a nice little ring to it.
I just want it to be fancy jewelry because I might trip on a cloak and just, bad fashion.
I like fancy jewelry.
Can we please put that up there with magna cum laude?
Oh
Right.
god.
In
Is this
history
what
of-
it's like all the time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's just
much
puns
so.
and violence.
Oh, it's worse.
We haven't had any movie puns or song pun. Well, we had a song pun, but we haven't had an extended running song pun yet. So I mean,
That's
it's not
true.
bad.
Yeah, I know. We gotta up our game.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I
God.
tried to make rhyming
I'm
happen.
sorry,
But rhyming
I'm so
isn't going to
sorry.
happen.
I'm not the singing type of bard, but I try my best.
Let me see. I'm trying to
Yeah,
bring
I
up.
Right, anyway. It'll be.
Yeah, I
All
tried to make rhyming happen, but just like fetch rhyming wasn't just not gonna happen. So.
All right.
That's,
So,
that's
to the
all I had.
players, just so everyone knows, a ring of protection would give you a +1 to your AC and a +1 to your saving throws.
Oh, yeah.
It is going to be rather pricey. It's going to be, let's see, 3,500 gold. Is that? Let me make sure I had that right. Oh, I just had it pulled up here. Yes, so 3,500 gold, which would bring our goal to 70,000 bits.
All right.
That's a goal. That's a
That's
goal.
a big goal.
Yes.
big
Also,
goal.
chat, feel free to weigh in on this if you have any thoughts. I think
We
someone
haven't
was
had a
saying.
big goal
I
recently.
do have a question for my
Mhm.
fellow fighters. Are we thinking that we may need to up our healing potions anytime soon?
I mean, I think my belt is full, and I bet that Crom's
cool.
loincloth where he keeps his potions warm is probably full.
Oh dear.
We need to
Yeah,
get,
I
we
know
need to get that.
Oh,
that
but I didn't
check.
know if we wanted to switch out for something more greater.
Oh. We could just do a round of greater. We could make our goal just a round of greater healing potions for everyone. Since one wouldn't be terribly exciting.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
That
could.
could be fun, especially since we are missing a few people. I think that might actually be. We can save the long-term goals for a little bit, perhaps.
Right.
So
Yeah.
5 greater healing potions, one apiece.
One for each. I would be very happy with that.
All right. Well, in that case, let me go ahead and do some do some maths to make sure that I get this next goal set up for you all. While that is happening, Fess, we've got some new people in the audience. Why don't you tell them a little bit about the Gauntlet and what's going on and how it's different?
Sure, absolutely. If you're new to the audience, welcome to the Gauntlet. We are your humble challengers here in the arena. How the Gauntlet works is 4 players enter the Gauntlet, and we are trying to defeat every monster in the Monster Manual in order of challenge rating. Right now, we are in challenge rating 2, which means that we're starting to get just a little bit tougher here. Every few monsters, we hit a sanctuary, which is a place where we can take a short rest, open our chest to see if we've gained any loot, which is gifted to us by the audience. And if we die, it's okay. We just reset to the last sanctuary where we last were. A nice little save point, if you will. So death is not permanent in the Gauntlet. And neither are the monsters. Everything in the everything here, all these monsters are in fact constructs of the Gauntlet. They have no souls and feel no pain. Very important to remember. We are currently level 4 right now. And let's see what else. Oh yes, all of our potions and things do reset. So at every TPK, every time the party dies, everything does reset and becomes refilled magically by the magical little elves here in the Gauntlet. I suppose they're pixies, not really elves. Elves are a different thing, but they're magical little pixies here in the Gauntlet. They refill all our potions. It's pretty great. And we can buy ammo and things like that. It's pretty neat. We can't take any long rests. No long rests for us. We only get to rest when we're dead. And as a paladin of Kelemvor, this suits me very well. Death is in fact an old friend. Tonight here in the audience, in the arena, you're in the audience. Here in the arena, we have myself, Fess, Shield of Kelemvor, Mighty Paladin. We have Eleos, our guest, who we don't know all that much about, but we can cast Eldritch Blast, and we all know what that means. He's made for his soul. We have Lilith, the Cold Song, our Valor Bard, here with feats most valiant, which makes perfect sense based on her titles. We have Vomm Stigabashi, Cleric of Groomsh. And that's that. Does that sound? Did you have enough time to do what you needed to do?
I just wanted to see how far you could keep going. This was great. Yes, the new goal is set for. Oh, why does it say my sample goal? It's not my sample goal. It's an actual goal.
Apparently, I didn't riff long enough. Okay. What else do we have about?
We have 2 other players.
Two other
You
players
can also,
here.
by watching, earn bits, which you can then spend to help or hinder us and the monsters. Earn enough, and you can cast such
There we go.
spells as Mass Healing Word. Enough, I even allow you to resurrect a fallen character in the midst of battle. And the most infamous choice is to spin the Wheel of Chaos.
So much chaos.
Which
All
will
the
produce a number of effects. Some of them helpful, some of them not so helpful, and some of them just downright silly.
Yes.
Like,
Bombs
how many of us are
currently
blue? I think it's just you and me right
Yes.
now, Bob.
I believe
Currently
so.
blue.
I'm also
Right.
blue. It's great. Dabba-dee dabba.
I love it. You fit in quite well with my purple self.
We're a
It's
very
totally
colorful
cool.
group.
Yes.
This was not as Kelemvor intended me, but nonetheless. All right, I think we're past sample goals now, so we'll do this, and then maybe we'll spring for some +1 rings after this. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a saving up goal.
Yeah, so we are all set with the greater healing
Writing
potions,
is
and
back.
thanks to everyone's generosity, we're already 35% of the way towards the first one. Rather than setting it up for pricing it out by 5, I'm just gonna wait until that hits 500% complete. So,
Oh, well, that worked.
Well, all right.
it's my big brain. Okay, folks.
Good job, Gauntlet Master.
I think. Oh yes, and I know there were some questions in the chat about things like character art and having like stats showing up on the screen. And we're actually, I know I said we'd talk about this at intermission. I lied. No, for long form questions like that, actually, please join us at the post-show talkback, which happens on our Discord. Our Discord is public to, thank you, Zagmeister. It was actually that reason that is why I'm bringing this up. Yeah, so you can join our Discord. The link is, actually, we can do this really quick. Twink. Thwing.
Hear the magic.
An invitation right there if you would like to join our Discord and be a part of the post-show hangout and just ask us questions and hang out and have a good time. It looks like Zagmeister has a list of questions going on for the post-show. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to continue on into the Gauntlet?
Already, get me to that hammer.
Alrighty. So, the ground has been pulled out from beneath you, and you find yourselves once again at the cliff tops. And it looks like I'm gonna have to
God.
adjust.
Nothing good
Alright.
ever happens here. All right.
Got it.
There we
At
go.
least there's no cats. All right.
You
we
find
don't know
yourself
that yet.
at the cliff tops. Ahead of you, you can see the two caves that you are now rather familiar in knowing that stuff tends to peek its way out of there. Let me get, I believe, there's Vomm, your spear. I'm going to put that right in front of you. And poking its head out of... Well, actually, no. They're initiative-wise, Lilith was the last one to go. Oh, that actually works out perfectly. So, poking its head out of this cave, you can see a bronze dragon wormling stepping out and looking down at you all.
Eat the baby wagon.
A reminder to everyone in the Gauntlet that all of the creatures are magical summons and have no soul. A reminder to Fess, that's true for all monsters except for baby dragons. Baby dragons are very real. Don't harm the baby dragons, Fess.
Look at that. Okay. So
Oh,
we
dear.
decided to make this channel as this group of friends, nerdy friends, sharing what we love. That's what we are. We like each other's company. What are you doing, Gollum?
He likes to see you in pain.
This is friendship is flanking. This is not what friendship is.
Okay.
Rude. All right.
Friendship
Okay.
is standing opposite things together.
Exactly opposite.
I love it.
All right. Okay. Cool.
All right, so it's actually going to fly its way over here. And as it does so, hot diggity dang. Let me see.
Great.
Yep, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't mind me measuring anything out at all.
I don't want to see your thoughts, Gauntlet Master.
Right?
Yeah, it's only gonna be able to catch 3 of you. So the bronze dragon wormling is gonna fly down, and as it lands on the ground, it's just gonna... As sparks begin to form in its mouth, and a bolt of lightning flies outwards, I need Lilith, Vomm, and Fess to all make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
The most adorable, frightening set of lightning ever. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
That's
Well,
a 19 for me.
All right, 19 for Fess.
I rolled a 1 for a 0,
Oh, okay, for Vomm.
so I'm going to be using an adrenaline surge.
All right. Oh, and it looks as though Zagmeister had redeemed a sabotage. Ooh, chat, did that happen before or after it used its breath weapon? Let me know, please. You know what, I'm gonna say it happened before. You all have advantage on this roll.
Oh,
Just in case.
fantastic.
Very first time.
Still a 9, so I will still use the adrenaline.
Okay.
This is, regardless, it's not going to be good. I've rolled a 7. I'm not going to just burn through all 9.
Okay. All right, so
Adrenaline is there to be birds.
for those of you who got above a 12,
Alright.
you are going to take, let's see, 4 points of lightning damage. And if you rolled under that, you are going to take 9 points of lightning damage.
Alright.
Okay.
And that's going to do it for the Bronze Dragon Wormling, which is then going to bring us to Vomm, you are up. Fess, you're on deck. Eleos, you are in the hole.
I have been mildly hurt. Revenge! And I send the spear flying at the dragon.
Alrighty.
That'll be a 15.
A 15 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage on Very nice. All right.
I'm then going to run at it and hit it with my now inferior hammer.
Running at it and now hitting it with your inferior hammer. Go ahead and roll that attack for me, please.
Characters all things. 19.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll that damage as well.
Ooh, 10 bludgeoning.
10 point. Very nice. Okay, these dragons are... They're taking some hits. All right. Anything else from you, Vomm?
No.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Fess, you're up. Eleos, you're on deck.
I'm going to very disappointingly look over at the dragon and go, "You're cute. And I hate this, but you're also the only thing in the room." And I will cast Hunter's Mark on it.
All right,
Or
casting
transfer
Hunter's Mark
to it.
on it.
And
Alrighty.
I'll wander over here, disappointingly sighing the whole way because the Gauntlet is making me do this. I'm supposed to have vengeance upon the undead, not cute things. That's a natural 20.
Ah,
A natural 20 will hit this poor defenseless creature, Fess. Go ahead and roll damage
Yeah.
for me, please.
Hardly defenseless.
Cool.
just hit us.
That's going to be so much damage. That's going to be 5, 10, 14, plus 5 is going to be 19 points of piercing damage, Gauntlet Master.
19 points of piercing damage. You pierce through its head, and it falls lifeless to the ground. That was quick. That was quick for the wormling.
All right.
Yep, sure was. Yep. Just
Yeah.
like it. You better
Stealing
believe it.
life from a baby.
All right, Eleos,
Oh.
or unless Fess, anything else from you?
No.
All right, well in that case, that is going to bring us to Eleos. You are up. What would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to again fly 5 feet off the ground.
All right,
And
flying
then-
5 feet off the ground.
Just hang here and hold my action for the next creature that pops up.
All right. As that happens, out of this other cave, you now see popping out a black dragon wormling. Now, it too is going to begin to fly, and it is going to come on over. Here, it's going to be 15 feet in the air, and it is going to open up its jaws, and again with a as you can see greenish ichor begin to gather as a line of acid shoots out, and I need Lilith and Eleos to both make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
I am going to use an adrenaline surge.
I'm going to
Okay.
use my inspiration. Oh,
Oh, much
better.
better. All right. 21.
17.
17 and 21. All right, and you both. So, Lilith, you used an adrenaline surge on that.
I used my inspiration.
You used your inspiration on that. And Eleos, did you use an adrenaline surge?
Yes.
All right, so you both save. So you both only take 11 points of acid damage from it. Yep, good on that save. Good on that save.
All right.
So that's gonna do it for the baby dragon, the black dragon wormling, which is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up. Vomm, you're on deck. Fess, you're in the hole.
That was my. I have a held action, sir.
Oh yes. And yeah, that's right. You are. Yeah, go ahead and roll that for me.
Yes. Well, hello, sweetie. And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast in its face,
Alrighty.
and that is a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Son of a bitch. All right. Cool.
Insulting a dragon's mother is never wise, but alright.
All right, that is then. That will then bring us to Lilith. You are up. Vomm, you're on deck. Fess, you're in the hole.
All right. I am going to move out of this line thing that we have going on. I do not want to make it so it at least only hits one person at a time. he in the air?
Yes, he is 15 feet in the air.
Okay. So I am going to move boop, air, and he's still in the air, so he's still not in melee range.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to try to freeze the bugger.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me, please.
I'm gonna use my adrenaline.
Okay.
Then I rolled the same thing twice. That is 15.
A 15 is not going to hit the Black Dragon Wormling. Anything else that you would like to try, Lilith?
That is it.
All right.
He comes down.
That is then going to bring us to Fess. You are up. Eleos, you're on. Or sorry, Vomm, you are up. Fess, you're on deck.
Right. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna move the spear over to here. And then I turn. I'm gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm gonna hit it with my hammer.
All right. Unfortunately, it is 15 feet in the air.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm gonna lob my spear at it instead.
All right. Chucking your spear at it. Go ahead and roll that attack roll for me, please.
I'm going to use an adrenaline surge because I rolled a 2.
All righty.
I'm gonna use another one because I rolled a 4.
All right. And I think this is your last one.
I'm going to use another D20 instead.
Right.
No, that's better. That's a 15.
A 15. Unfortunately, a 15 does not hit the Black Dragon Wormling.
That's 3 15s in a row.
Yes.
I know lob my spear as well.
All right. I'll say
Cursed you.
with where you have chucked your spear, it landed about like here.
Marvelous.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that is then, unless anything else from you, Vomm.
Nope. Nope.
All right. Fess, you are up. Eleos, you're on deck.
All right. 15 feet in the air. Okay, well, this one's less cute. This one seems to have a smidge of evil about it, so I'm gonna feel slightly less guilty. Gonna take a free action to free some guilt from my mind, and I'm going to look at it deeply in its dark eyes and move my hunter's mark over to it.
All right. Hunter's Mark moving over to it. Really quick, let's see here. A big old thank you to Babs for the adrenaline surge on Vomm, Eleos, and Lilith, and Vomm again. Wow.
Right, thank you,
Thank
Babs.
you!
Thank you very much.
That is bringing
And
everyone to 3 adrenaline surges.
And I will take my action to stow my rapier and pull out my hand crossbow.
All right. Action to stow your rapier and pull out your hand crossbow. Very nice. That is then bringing us to Eleos. You are up. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm going to fly up another 10 feet, so I am eye level with it.
Alrighty.
And, you know, let's try this again and Eldritch Blast it.
All right. Eldritch Blast coming at the Black Dragon Wormling. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
I'm going to use a point of Adrenaline Surge. Cheesy Pete's. I rolled a 3 and then a 4. So I'm going to go with yet another point.
We're just sitting here just pumping ourselves up.
Come on, you got this, you got this, you got this.
Wait, did you just use
I missed-
3?
No, the other one is cocked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know a 12 doesn't hit, so
12 does not hit. All right.
All our rage.
so I guess what I'll do, because that was 10 feet of movement,
Yes.
I am going to move back here.
Okay. That is then going to bring us to, the Black Dragon Wormling, who is going to try and get its breath weapon back. It does not. So since it does not have that, it is going to fly over to you, Eleos, and it is
No.
going to attempt to bite you. And that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Uh-huh.
All right, that is going to be 4 points of piercing damage and an additional 3 points of acid damage as it bites into you.
That's exactly what it needed to take me down.
So you fall unconscious. As you do, immediately you fall to the ground 15 feet in the
15
air. You take damage. That is one failed death saving throw.
Yep.
Okay.
All
This
right.
is fine. This is fine.
That, let's see. That's the movement that it had. It is then going to fly over here. All right. That is going to do it for the Black Dragon Wormling. As that has happened, Fire Garnet Snake, you all know her as our chat healer, has redeemed Mass Healing Word for the party. And that is going to be a total of 8 points of healing coming back to everyone. Fire Garnet Snake, thank you so very much. Elios, you are
Thank you.
back up and about. Elios, your screen is frozen again. Oddly enough, it is in the exact same pose that you had last time, which is
Oh my
fantastic.
You know.
Oh, hey, hey, Oddfon,
That's my
welcome to the show.
default pose.
Eleos face.
Here's a
Yes.
speaker.
All right, that is then
Sure
going to
you
bring
have
us
no-
to Lilith. You are up. Vomm, you're on deck. Fess, you're in the hole.
Alright, how high in the air is he?
It is still 15 feet in the air.
Alright, let me know if I remember algebra. Alright, I need to move it a little bit.
A squared plus B
So
squared
I-
equals C squared.
Yeah, exactly. It's in my head.
They
Alright,
said you'll never. When we were kids, we were like, we'll never use geometry in real life.
Right. Might as well use my full movement to get back towards him, and I am going to again try to slow the bugger and freeze him.
All right, slowing the bugger and freezing him. Go ahead and roll that attack for me, please.
Come on, something higher than a 15.
Oh, and actually, because of its frozenness, it could actually only get here.
It did work last time.
Right.
Wait. Oh no, you didn't hit it, did you? Or
no,
did you?
I
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah,
but it
no.
didn't work.
So
I mean, we
it can get the full distance.
Pretend that we did.
What? I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I did hit him. 17?
A 17 is just enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage on the Black Dragon Wormling.
Alright. Awesome. 2.
2 points of frost damage, and it is slowed.
Something. Is it still something?
Yeah,
have
it
to
is
drop it
exactly.
to
It
the
is still
ground.
something.
It's still
Every little bit counts. Anything else from
And
you, Lilith?
then- Yes. And then I am going to turn to my friend who is next to me. I'm probably a bit out of it, and I'm going to cast
Yeah.
Healing Word.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right, very nice.
That is 8 points.
Oh,
wait, no.
delicious.
Ooh, very nice.
I don't know how to math. That was out
Oh.
of the wrong thing. That is 6 points.
Still, I love it. Thank you.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Vomm. You are up.
So, for my bonus action, I'm going to move... Actually, no. Let's see if I can do this first. Not going to move the spear yet. Simply going to turn, and I cast Guiding Bolt at the dragon.
Ooh, all right.
Don't usually use those spells. What's my... Right, there we go. 14, which I know does not hit. So I'm going to use an Adrenaline Surge.
Alrighty. Adrenaline Surge is being used.
I'm going to use another one because that was considerably worse.
All right.
Blood Knights.
Ah, much better. That will be 18.
An 18 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage on the Black Dragon Wormling. As that's happening, Spoonkins has redeemed an Adrenaline Surge for Eleos.
Oh, great. Thank you.
I'll be 14 points of radiant damage, and the next attack against it has advantage.
14 points of radiant damage. Hot dang. Okay. All right. Cool. Anything else from you, Vomm? That was great.
Wise. I'm good.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to the top of the round. Fess, you're up. Eleos, you are on deck.
If I'm about there, I think I can shoot it.
That looks about right.
Yeah. I'm going to spend. A
Remember
point
that this
of
attack is on
dollar.
advantage thanks to Guiding Bolt.
Oh yeah! Thank you, Mom. That's a natural 20.
There you
Second
go.
one.
That's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
I only roll well when hitting very adorable things.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's going to be 16 plus 5 is 21 points of piercing damage. Oh wait, no, wrong thing. I'm crossbow now. Crossbow lady. Okay,
Okay.
that's going to be math. It's actually still 21 points of
Oh,
piercing
it's still
damage.
21,
I don't know why I
alright.
did that. I rolled the exact same thing.
All right. As the black dragon wormling is flying through the air, you pull out your hand crossbow and track it, and it hits and falls to the ground, lifeless. Fess.
Does it have to make those sounds, Gauntlet? Does it have to make these sounds? Okay.
Like a regular bow, but angry.
As it looks up, as it hits the ground, it looks up to you one final time. It goes, "Why?"
Oh, come on. Black dragons are horribly evil.
I was gonna say.
He's just doing it because he's not my friend.
Fess, as you have killed this evil
My
dragon.
pain is entertainment, apparently, now.
Yes, it absolutely is. As you have just killed this evil dragon, because you know that it is a black dragon, it is an evil creature. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. Just gonna shake it off. Just
All right.
nope.
With that, you all feel the ground pull from beneath you as you are transported into a grassy, tree-filled area. Up ahead, you can see, I see all of the measurements immediately, like, how far is it? Up ahead, you can see a young woman that is, has some vines that appear to be growing around her arm. This appears to be a druid. As this is happening, can I get a survival check from Vomm and Fess to recover your crossbow bolts and your spear?
Yes, thank you. Nope. No. That 2 isn't gonna cut it.
That'll be a soft 20.
Soft 20. You get your spear. Fess, you have lost a bolt. Please take note of that. All right, let me make sure. Yep, that's gonna be it. And cool. So, as you are looking at this druid, she doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Fess is just gone. Eleos, you are up. What would you like to do? Oh. Eleos?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
looking up a spell.
No worries.
Thinking
You
very
know.
hard.
I was trying
Spellcasters
to,
looking up spells. What do you-
diversify my thing, but I'm not going to. So I'm just gonna stand right here and Eldritch blast this druid. I hope.
Hey
We'll
man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's fine.
That's a 20 to hit.
A 20 will hit the druid. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Ooh, all right. That is 12 points of force damage.
12 points of force damage to the druid right off the bat. Guys, it's just a druid hanging out in the woods doing what druids do. Come on.
Bullshit.
Even the cute things want to kill us here.
All
And
right.
at that point, I'll hop up and 10 feet in the air as per usual.
All right, hopping up 10 feet into the air as per usual. That is going to then do it for Eleos, which is going to bring us to, you can see, charging from behind a tree to the northeast, a centaur entering the arena.
Hold
He's
on.
going to...
Intimidating, alright.
Yeah, seeing their druid companion being attacked, it is going to draw its longbow and actually take a couple of shots off at you. Eleos, for daring to attack it, and that is going to be an 18 to hit.
I'd rather it not do that. But...
All right, and that is going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
I like that one.
And it is going to take its second shot at you with, and that's also going to, that's a 23 to hit. And that'll be 9 points of piercing damage.
And
I'm down again.
So once again,
Welcome to the yo-yo. It's the best way to be.
You find yourself unconscious, and as you fall hitting the ground, you take damage. That is 1 failed death save.
Oh, the sweet, sweet feeling of yo-yos.
We're always gonna have to do this with Eleos, aren't we?
Oh yeah. I'm le squish.
You're just gonna every time.
oh man.
Alright.
At which point, you can see coming out from the tree up here, stepping out from behind this tree is a rather large looking, a bulbous humanoid that has 2 large pincers on atop its face with 2 black beady eyes, incredibly long tendrilled arms with 2 big claws on the end of it. You can see that it's normal jointed legs, also rather long for its bulbous body, have 2 large claws coming off of this. This is an ettercap. While this is all happening, hold on, let me see here. Compliance Investigator has redeemed an adrenaline surge for Vomm, and Frumpy Space Princess, great to see you, has redeemed a sabotage on Pincer Face. Alrighty. So,
The only calling. Okay.
it is going to, as it steps out from this tree, it's going to rear back and it's going to spit a web out. It's going to attempt to hit Vomm, and that is going to be, and it was sabotaged. Okay. That's still going to be a 19 to hit.
Still does not hit.
Ah, that's right, with you and your new armor, you crazy beast, you. As that is happening, Michiok, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Adventurers Pack. We're a bunch of nerdy friends sharing what we love, and today is the Gauntlet. All right, well, seeing that that did not happen, the Ettercap is then going to retreat back a bit. And it's going to end up there. That is going to do it for the Ettercap, which is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up. What would you like to do?
Alright. First, I will use my bonus action and look towards my fallen friend and just mutter under my breath and cast Healing Word on him.
All right, so go ahead and roll that healing.
And this time I will do it at 2nd level.
Ooh.
Poor bloke. Ooh, very nice. 10 points.
Ooh, all right.
You really are a dear.
So, with 10 points of healing coming at you, you find yourself once again up and about, having, had some bruises from hitting the ground, but you are back. Lilith, I believe that was a bonus
That was my
action?
bonus.
All right, so.
Alright, I'm just gonna say, I may be a devil, but it doesn't mean I want you dead. And then I am going to take my guess, and I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on the one that just ran away.
All right, on the Ettercap, go ahead and roll that attack for me, please.
14.
14 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Fantastic. 6 points of frost.
6 points of frost damage, and its speed is cut down. Very nicely done. Anything else from you, Lilith?
I'm actually going to. These are trees, correct?
Yes, those are all trees.
Alright. I am going to move. Boop. Does that put me out of sight of these guys?
It'll give you a little bit of cover, but not completely out of sight. So imagine with trees, the middle of each tree is its trunk, and everything around the side. Yeah, there you go. So you'd be.
How does Shriek wear that?
All right, Zagmeister, thank you so much. I'll go ahead and take care of that. All right, looks like everyone except for Eleos is back up to full-on adrenaline surges. All right, Lilith, anything else from you?
That will do it.
All right, that is then going to bring us to the druid, who really did not like what was going on there. All right, she is going to, the vines that were growing around her arm, she's then going to bring her hand across her shoulders, and you can see that the vine stays and begins to grow and harden into, covering the whole skin of her body, and it appears to be a thick layer of bark that is now encompassing her. And she is going to come over here. And that's going to do it for the druid, which is then going to bring us to Vomm Stigabashi, you are up. Fess, you're on deck. Eleos, you are in the hole.
Right, I should still have
Your
my spiritual
spear.
weapon. Only 2 turns left on it, but it's going to count.
There we go. There you are, sir.
And that is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Gonna move that after her, and burn my final 2nd level spell slot on casting Bless on myself and my companions.
All right, casting Bless on yourself and your companions. Very nice.
All right.
All right.
1d4? Yeah, 1d4 to attacks and saving throws, and for my movement, I'm gonna go here.
All right. Vomm, anything else from you?
No.
Okay, that is going to bring us to Fess. You are up. Eleos, you are on deck.
All right. I'm going to look at that centaur and make eye contact with him and say, "You're mine now." And I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark onto him
All right.
and hold my hand crossbow steady and take a shot.
All right, go ahead and take that shot on the centaur.
I'm going to use a point of adrenaline.
All right, go ahead and use that point of adrenaline.
That's how we do it. 22 to hit.
22 does hit. Go ahead and roll that damage for me, please, Fess.
Oh, that's so good. That's going to be 18 points of piercing damage. 1 point shy of max once again.
18 points of piercing damage coming towards the centaur. Very nicely done. Anything else, Fess?
I think that should do it quite nicely.
All right. As the bolt catches it in its flank, that is then going to bring us to Eleos. You are up. What would you like to do?
Well, first I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
All right.
And then shoot an Eldritch Blast at the centaur, because screw that guy.
All right, screw that guy. Go ahead and do so.
I'm going to use an Adrenaline Surge.
All right.
Okay, so that is 21 to hit.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Wonderful. And that will be, 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage on the centaur. Very nicely done. Anything else from you?
I am going to delicately traipse over towards my distant cousin and, hope for the best.
Alrighty.
On the master, I realized I rolled the wrong die, so I re-rolled this really quickly. Take 2 away from that, so it was 16.
Okay, I will go ahead and take 2 away from that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, because of your impertinence, the centaur is then going to charge at you.
Oh,
As
great.
it does so, it is going to... Nope, it's right there. It is going to make its attack. Let's see here. Nope, that's not going to do it. Come on, Centaur. That would have been nice. So it's first going to attack you with its pike. That is going to be an 18 to hit, which isn't going to do it. But then it is going to attempt to stomp on you with its hooves. And that is going to be 14 to hit, which isn't going to do it either.
No.
That's going to do it.
No, I get it right to the shield.
It's going to do it for the Centaur, which is then going to bring us to the Ettercap, who is going to attempt to get its web back. It does not. Ugh, its speed is slow. It is going to remain right there. And it's going to hold an action. That is going to do it for the Ettercap, which is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up.
Alright, fantastic. Seeing that the centaur is now practically next to me, will this be flanking?
Yes, that'll be flanking. Wait. Hold on, let me check.
I'm not the Gauntlet Master.
Yes, it will. Yes, rules on flanking are draw a line between you and the person that you are flanking with, and let me double check. It's hard to. Actually, no, it is not going to be flanking. You'd have to be one over. As long as the line that you draw between you and your flanking partner or your friend are both going through opposite ends of the creature. So.
Copy that.
We wave over it.
Good to know. Alright. I hop over one more, and I'm gonna whack at his behind with my rapier.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack with your rapier.
Oh, so close to being a natural 20. That is. I think I'm done with my sharpen thing. 24.
A 24 is going to hit the Centaur. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
That is 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage. Very nicely done. All right. Anything else from you, Lilith?
That will do it.
All right. That is then going to.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I am going to double check. So that is going to bring us to the druid, who...
I don't like it when he thinks that hard.
I do not either. This does not seem like it'll bode well.
It's just out of range. Still going to attempt to do this. She is going to cast Entangle, and that is going to affect the area that you are in, Vomm. So I need you to... I need you to make a strength check, please.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, I was muted. A strength check, not a saving throw.
Yes, a strength, let's see here. Creature, oh wait, sorry. Saving throw first, check if you fail. So yes, a saving throw, please.
So
And let me go ahead.
Bless. Yay.
Okay, ooh. It's not good. 10.
10, all right. So,
Do
she's
I
cast.
do I use an adrenaline surge on that? I probably should. Okay, gonna use one adrenaline surge.
Alrighty, using an adrenaline surge, and that is the area that was affected, just so you can see it.
Much better. 27.
27. All right, you do succeed. So you are not restrained. However, this is considered difficult terrain. So that is what she can do there. Not enjoying what she sees happening here. She is going to move here. Oh, sabotage on the druid, Babs has reminded me. Thank you so very much. So that meant that you were at advantage for that. So we aren't going to spend the adrenaline surge. You just got to roll that on advantage.
Fan-fudging-tastic.
Yes.
Fudge.
Alrighty.
Now, are we all going to curse in food now?
Maybe. But after that, the druid is finished. Vomm, you are up. Fess, you are on deck. And Lilith, you are in the hole.
No, I'm not.
No.
Oh,
I am, though.
Eleos, you are in the hole. Lilith, you're around.
Just generally.
And I won't
I'm
take
here.
kindly to these slights, Gauntlet Master.
Oh, yeah. So, Vomm, what would you like to do?
Right. Sorry, I wasn't aware it was my turn.
Oh, that's all good.
I will move the spear 5, 10, and I'm going to stab at Pincerface with it.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that attack on Pincerface for me, please.
Da-da-da. Ooh, quite good. That'll be another 27.
27 is definitely going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage, please. Also,
Ooh, maximum damage. 11 piercing.
11 points of piercing damage from the Ettercap, to the Ettercap. Very nice. That was it for your bonus action. Vomm, what else would you like to do?
And so, difficult terrain, so 5, 10, 15. Halt. This is hammered sight.
All right.
If you say that, like, what color are the pants if they're not gold lame? If you say it in German, are they just
Black.
made of? Are they just made of pretzels?
It's like the
Wow.
exact opposite ends of the
Stereotype.
spectrum
No,
that you.
they're lederhosen. Come on.
They're gold lame lederhosen.
Perfect.
23.
The 23 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And as Vomm is rolling damage, everyone say hello. Crandall95 is in the audience, folks.
Hello,
Hello.
Crandall.
Damage.
Oh, Crandall.
Minimum damage. 4
Minimum damage. How much?
Womp, womp,
4.
4 points of damage to the Ettercap. It's okay.
That's sad, damn
You'll win some and you'll lose some.
The Ettercap gives you a gentle pat on the back. Okay, man, you'll hit me more next time.
it.
All right, Vomm. Anything else from you?
No.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Fess. You are up. Eleos, you are on deck.
All right. No, it's been a bit since I've used this here hand crossbow. If I try to shoot at this centaur here, that's at disad, isn't it?
It is at disad if you are shooting in melee range.
Well, you know what? There's no more flying thing, so as much as it does hurt my soul to not be inflicting violence upon this creature this turn, I think I'll just take this moment to put my hand crossbow back, calmly take out my rapier, look it deep in the eye, and say, "I'm still coming for you." And that should do
All
it.
right. Elios. What would you like to do?
I am going to swing my spiked chain above my head, and I'm going to lash out at the centaur.
Lashing out at the centaur. Go ahead and do so.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit the centaur. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Ooh, lovely. That will be 12 points of piercing damage.
12 points. And let me check one thing really. Okay. Sorry, could you repeat again how much?
12.
12 points of... It's exactly what you needed. Darn it, I was hoping I could deal some more damage with that centaur. But you wrap your spiked chain and it catches the centaur around the neck. You give it a tight pull, and both Lilith and Fess can see that the neck is garroted open, and it falls to the ground dead.
Brutal.
Lovely.
Fatality.
And, I'm an idiot, I think, but... Oh wait, hold on. I don't think I can do that. Okay. I am going to move about here,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse on the Pincerface guy.
Hexblade's Curse on the Pincerface guy. Very
Kind of
nice.
forgot that was a bonus action.
It's all good. Okay. Anything
that's all.
else?
Thank you.
All right. That is then going to bring us to, well, Centaur's dead. So that's going to bring us to the Ettercap, who is going to, well, it's going to attack you, Vomm, and let's see what it's got going on. Okay. So, looks like it has been, I believe it's been sabotaged? Yes, it has been sabotaged. So, it's going to use its multi-attack. Its first attack is with its bite, and don't need that disadvantage, because that's just going to be a 9 to hit. Its second attack with its claws is going to be a 6 to hit. So the Ettercap's not able to do much of anything. It's going to stay where it is now. That's enough of that, which is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up. What would you like to do?
First, I'm gonna turn to my friend and say, "That's the kind of warlock you are. You may have more in common than you think."
All right.
And with that, I'm going to go up here, and I'm gonna attack the Ettercap pincer thing.
All right. Go ahead and do so for me, please.
It's at advantage, which is great. That is a 21.
21 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Fantastic. That is 8 points of piercing.
8 points of piercing damage. Very nicely done. Anything else from you, Lilith, as you stab into this Ettercap?
Oh,
Oh.
that will do it.
All right. As you have entered into her domain, the druid is going to step behind you, and she is going to, the walking staff that she had at her side begins to glow with energy, and you see a gnarled root growing at the end of it, and she is going to smash it across you, and she's going to have that on advantage because of the wonderful friendship that she is getting. So that's going to be
Due to her friendship, it's not as strong as ours.
a 17 to hit.
I'm sorry.
A 17
Sorry,
to
what?
hit.
That does not hit.
Does not hit. All right, so that is gonna be
I
it for
made
the
the
druid,
card, I'm no longer squishy.
which is then going to bring us to Vomm. You are up. Fess, you're on deck. Eleos, you're in the hole.
Right, my spiritual weapon has finally expired, so that is no longer an option. There's no
All
longer there. So I am simply going to hit the Ettercap with my hammer.
Hitting the Ettercap with your hammer. Go ahead and roll that attack on advantage because of friendship.
Oh yeah. Okay, 15.
15 is going to hit the Ettercap. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
That'll be 10 bludgeoning.
10 points of bludgeoning damage. Very nicely done. All right.
And then for my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to use the first of my War Priest feature bonus action attacks. To
All
do
right.
it again.
Doing it again. Go ahead and do that. And as you are doing that, a big old thank you to Compliance Investigator for redeeming an adrenaline surge for Eleos.
Oh,
I'll be another 15.
Another. Oh, okay. Wait, 15 to hit?
Yes.
Yes, 15 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Minimum damage, 4 bludgeoning.
4 points
a
of
long
bludgeoning
night.
damage.
I-
Oh, it is looking.
Right.
It is looking very rough. All right, Vomm. I think that's everything you can do.
That is everything from me. Do you want me to get rid of the spear, or do you do that?
Oh, the spear is now gone, so that is going to vanish. Which, all right, that is then going to bring us to Fess. You're up. Eleos, you're on deck.
Also, just as referenced, Sanctuary is also now expired.
All
Very
righty,
good, very
thank you
good.
so much.
Thank you. All right, how come over here? I'm kind of regretting throwing that crossbow. Oh well, can't win them all. I thought I was gonna stab at a centaur, but as I'm coming over here, I'm gonna take a look at that druid and go, "Hey, I'm coming for you next." And then here's Mark to her.
All right, Hunter's Mark coming towards that druid. Very nice. Fess, anything else?
No, I feel stable here. I feel safe. I
All
feel
right.
like this is where I'm meant to be.
All right. Eleos, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right. Hearing Fess's self-actualization, I'm going to walk over here, and I am going to cast Eldritch Blast at the Ettercorp.
All right. Eldritch
Ettercap,
Blast at the
sorry.
Ettercap. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Isn't that wonderful? All right, that's 8 points of force damage.
All right. 8 points of force damage as the force damage catches the Ettercap in its bulbous form. Vomm and Lilith, you can both hear some cracking happening on the inside, and a little bit of blood comes out from its pincers, and it falls to the ground, lifeless.
Wonderful. And I get to gain 8 hit points from that, so
Very nice.
lovely.
All right. Eleos, anything else from you?
I'm good. Thank
All
you.
right.
Contemplative sigh wanes out the remainder of the 6 seconds.
So with the Ettercap down, that is going to mean Lilith, you are up. What would you like to do?
Alright. Seeing as my foe has been vanquished, I am going to turn around and I am going to stab at the druid.
All right, stabbing at the druid. Go ahead and roll that attack for me, please.
I am going to use one of my adrenaline surges.
All right, an adrenaline surge is being used.
And I'm going to use another one. Let's stop.
2 of them are being used.
Ah, there we go. That is a 22.
22 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
That is 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage coming to the druid. All right. Anything else from you, Lilith?
That will do it.
All right. Let me check something really quick. Okay. All right, that is then going to bring us to the druid. Seeing all of this that is happening. Oh.
Don't like this sound either. Why do you have to keep making these sounds and think hard and look at the spells and make us all panic?
Yeah,
You realize he'll just do it more now.
she's actually going to move into the
Considering
center of the
he thinks
group
this is
here.
funny.
And she's going to take her quarterstaff, smash it into the ground, and a thunderous clap erupts from her. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
We know this trick.
You have a
Oh.
D4 to this.
Thank
I-
you.
Do I have any more adrenaline surges?
Pardon?
Do I have any more adrenaline surges?
You have 1 adrenaline surge.
Okay, I will use that to change my natural 1. Cool.
All right, so let's see. Fess, what did you get?
10.
Could you repeat that for me?
14.
Thank you. Lilith?
7. I rolled a
7. Vomm?
18.
18. All right, so everyone but Lilith saved on this. So you are, let's see.
Thank you, plus.
All right. Fess and Vomm, you each take 3 points of thunder damage. Lilith, you take 7 points of thunder damage and are knocked back 10 feet.
Okay.
And unfortunately, she was hoping for better than that, but that's all that she's got to do. That's going to be the end of her turn, and as that is happening, Spoonkins has redeemed an adrenaline surge for Lilith.
Good.
Much
There we go.
appreciated, Spoonkins.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Vomm, you are up. Fess, you're on deck. Eleos, you're in the hole.
Defensive. Smack her in the end with my hammer, innit?
Alrighty.
But first, I'm going to move to here for that lovely, lovely flank.
Getting that sweet friendship. Go ahead.
Okay. 24.
A 24 is going to hit the druid. Go ahead and roll that damage for me, please.
Maximum damage. 11 bludgeoning.
11
Finally.
points of bludgeoning damage is more than enough. Your hammer breaks through the barked skin of this druid, and you hear a cracking from underneath. Fess, you can see her eyes roll back in her head as she falls lifeless. Vomm, anything else on your turn?
The hippie.
All right, and as that is happening, you all once
Some
again feel
granola
the
falls out of
ground.
the bucket.
Yes, you all feel the ground once again fall out from beneath you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end today's episode of The Gauntlet.
Ooh.
Holy Hannah, everyone.
Still no
Um,
sanctuary.
Still no sanctuary.
Oh.
Yeah, welcome to Challenge Rating 2, you guys. There's a lot of them. You've got a long road to trudge ahead. I'm not gonna lie. I had put less creatures in the room because that first room is eating them apart. This is starting to be tough. I should make them. I should give them a little bit of an easier time. I'm regretting that entirely. You guys
You thought
cleaned
you were
up.
It's fine, I'm cool.
Cleaned up those rooms. My goodness.
Except for our poor guest, who you battered into the ground several times.
I
Hey.
have
Wham.
26 hit points.
Aw, that's only 9. That's easy.
Listen, in my defense, that was gravity that battered him into the ground, not
That's
me.
true. I
That
didn't
was
do
the
well in
force of the
physics
earth.
class.
Blame
So,
the mass of the planet.
yes.
Oh. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us. Before we go, a quick reminder of our monthly charity shout-out. Fess, do you want to give a quick reminder?
Absolutely. So if you go down to our widgets down below, you will find a link for our charity of the month. It is Open Meal. Open Meal is doing incredible work connecting people in need and family-run restaurants to make sure that people are fed. It's a really lovely charity. Please go give them some love.
Yes.
Yeah, the noms.
And a big old
Everybody
thank
really
you.
needs the noms right now.
A big old thank you to everyone who joined us, as well as I see Oddfawn in our audience, who right now it is 3:30 a.m. their time. So
we had Oddfall and kids then. We had all of
yeah,
them.
my gosh, you guys, it's great seeing you here. We love having you here. We are going to be heading over to our Discord now to do a post-show hangout. So feel free to join us. Our Discord is open for everyone. Let me... Boom. Discord is open for everyone. I beat you to it, Zagmeister. And yeah, we're just going to be hanging out. We're going to be talking about what went well, what didn't. Any of the questions that were had in the audience, we're going to answer them there. And also, I'm going to be giving the players the experience points that they earned throughout this slog of a fight. Yes. Let me see here. I think that is it. If you enjoyed this show, please consider giving us a follow. It means the world to us. Our next show is on Sunday, The Pack Plays, where Josh and I are going to be finally going back into Raft. Chapter 2 was released, and we're very much looking forward to that. Then we will be painting again on Monday. So you can find our schedule here on Twitch, but you can also find them on our social medias. So give us a follow on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can see our other shows on YouTube. You have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, thanks.